His lyrics are totally socially unacceptable.
Eminem's rise from nothing to superstar
You was like crazy back then, like real crazy.
was not easy whatsoever.
The Oscar goes to Eminem.
His real name is Marshall Bruce Mathers III.
The Grammy goes to Eminem.
He was born on October 17, 1972, in St. Joseph, Missouri. From the very beginning, life was already hard. His father left when Marshall was still a baby. He didn't grow up with memories of his dad, just the feeling that someone important was missing. So, it was only Marshall and his mom, Debbie Mathers. Debbie loved her son, but she struggled a lot. Money was always short, stress was always high. Because of that, they moved again and again. Trailer parks, small apartments, and different neighborhoods became normal for him. Marshall never had one place to call home. Every time he started to feel comfortable, it was time to pack up and leave. The kind of life makes a kid kind of unsafe and unsure. There was no steady father figure, no stability, just constant change. School was not a safe place for Marshall. For most kids, school is where you make friends and feel normal. For him, it felt like walking into danger every single day. Marshall was poor, and it showed. His clothes were old, his shoes were worn out. In many of the neighborhoods he lived in, he was one of the only white kids. That made him stand out right away, and not in a good way. He was bullied constantly, pushed into the hallways, laughed at in class, jumped after school. Some other days, he went to class already scared, just waiting for something bad to happen. One beating was so violent that Marshall ended up in a coma. He was still very young, lying in a hospital bed because other kids hurt him badly. That moment stayed with him forever. Teachers didn't really protect him, some ignored it, some didn't know what to do. Marshall learned quickly that no one was coming to save him, so he kept everything inside and learned to survive on his own. Home was not a place of peace for Marshall, even though his mom, Debbie Mathers, loved him. Life inside their home was often stressful and confusing. Debbie struggled with her own problems, and that stress filled the house every single day. There were arguments, raised voices, and moments where Marshall didn't understand what was happening or why everyone was upset. Some days felt calm, but many days felt heavy. Marshall often felt like he had to grow up too fast, like he was carrying weight that a kid should never ever have to carry. At times, he felt blamed for things that weren't even his fault. That made him feel trapped and misunderstood. He didn't feel like he could talk openly about his feelings, so he kept them inside. Instead of speaking, Marshall started writing. Writing became his safe place, a quiet space where he could let out everything he was holding in. He wasn't thinking about music or fame yet. He was just trying to make sense of his life and survive the chaos around him. Everything began to change when Marshall discovered hip-hop. When he first heard about rap music, it felt different from inside. It felt different from anything else he had ever listened to. The artists weren't pretending that life was perfect. They were talking about struggle, anger, and real problems. That honestly pulled him in right away. For the first time, Marshall felt like someone understood what he was going through. He started listening closely, paying attention to every word and listening every rhythm. He replayed songs over and over, memorizing lyrics and studying how rappers put their words together. Soon, he started writing his own rhymes. He wrote every day, filling notebooks with lines about his life and how he felt. He practiced non-stop, even when no one was listening. When Marshall rapped, he felt strong. He felt confident. He wasn't the scared kid from school anymore. Hip-hop gave him a voice when he felt ignored by the world. It became his escape and the one thing that truly made sense to him. School kept getting harder for Marshall, not easier. His life was too unstable for him to focus in class, with all the moving, stress at home, and bullying. School felt impossible to keep up with. He failed in ninth grade once, then twice, then 3 times. That was embarrassing for him. He felt behind everyone else. Eventually, Marshall dropped out of high school. Too many people around him. That meant one thing: failure. People talked down on him. Some said he was lazy, others said he would never be anything. Even people close to him doubted his future. Hearing that over and over can break a person. To survive, Marshall worked low-paying jobs, long hours, little money, and no respect. It felt like he was stuck with no way out. But at night, when everything was quiet, he wrote lyrics. Writing was one place where he still believed in himself. Even when school failed him, he never stopped believing in rap. Marshall didn't keep his rap to himself. He took it to the streets and stepped into battlefields where people judged you constantly. These battles were loud, aggressive, and unforgiving. If the crowd didn't like you, they'll let you know right away. Marshall lost a lot at first. He was one of the only white rappers in many of these spaces, and people doubted him before he even opened his mouth. Crowds laughed, booed, and told him he didn't belong there. Then losses hurt, but they also taught him important lessons. He learned how to control his nerves, he learned timing, delivery, and how to hit harder with words instead of fists. Every battle made him sharper. Instead of quitting, Marshall kept coming back, slowly. The laughter stopped, people started listening, even when he lost. They could tell he was improving, little by little. He began earning respect, not by fitting in, but refusing to give up. Slim Shady wasn't just a stage name, it was a shield. Marshall created Slim Shady so he could say things he was afraid to say as himself. All the anger, pain, and dark thoughts he kept inside finally had a place to go. Slim Shady was wild, funny, and shocking. He didn't care about rules or what people thought. Through this character, Marshall felt free. He could speak without fear and turn his emotions into powerful words. With Slim Shady, he started recording music on his own. The equipment was cheap, but the words were sharp. He made tapes and passed them hand to hand, hoping someone would listen. People reacted strongly, some were shocked, some were offended, but many were hooked. Slim Shady made Marshall stand out in a crowded rap scene. For the first time, he wasn't invisible anymore. People couldn't ignore him, and his name started spreading beyond the underground. In 1997, Marshall entered a big rap competition called the Ramp Olympics in Los Angeles. He didn't win the competition, but something much more important happened that day. The right person heard him. That person was Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre listened to Marshall's music and immediately heard something special. He didn't hear just fast rapping, he heard pain, hunger, and real talent. Dr. Dre didn't care about where Marshall came from or what he looked like, he cared about skill. Not long after, Marshall got a phone call that changed his life forever. Dr. Dre wanted to work with him. For someone who had been ignored and doubted for so long, that moment felt unreal. Marshall went from struggling to survive to having a real chance. Signing with Dr. Dre meant everything. Pressure and a new life. For the first time, someone powerful believed in him, and everything started to change. After signing with Dr. Dre, everything moved so fast. The release of Slim Shady LP changed Marshall's life overnight. His music was everywhere. People talked about him constantly. Some loved him and some hated him, but everyone knew his name. Fame brought money and attention, but it also brought pressure. Marshall was working non-stop, studio sessions, interviews, tours. There was no time to rest. He lost all privacy. Every move he made was watched and judged. The hate also grew louder. Critics attacked his lyrics, and the media focused on controversy. That stress started to weigh on him eventually. Fame didn't heal his pain, it made it louder. To keep going, Marshall turned to drugs. They helped him escape the pressure, and at least for a moment. But behind the success, he was exhausted, overwhelmed, and slowly losing control of his life. In the middle of the chaos, Marshall became a father. His daughter, Haley, changed his life in a way nothing else ever had. For the first time, someone depended on him completely. Marshall loved Haley deeply. He wanted to be present in her life and give her the stability he never had. He was scared of repeating his father's mistakes, scared of becoming someone who wasn't there. Haley became his motivation. When fame felt overwhelming and life felt out of control, thinking about her kept him grounded. Many of his songs talked about her because she was always on his mind. Being a father gave Marshall purpose. It reminded him why he needed to keep going, why he needed to survive, no matter how dark things got. Haley was the light that kept pulling him forward. As fame grew, Marshall's drug use got worse. He used pills to deal with stress, pain, and pressure. Over time, he needed more just to feel normal. His health started falling apart. But he ignored the warning signs. In 2007, Eminem overdosed and almost died. Doctors say it was very serious. That moment scared him deeply. He realized he could lose everything, including his life and daughter. After the overdose, Eminem knew he had to change. He went to rehab and started the hard process of getting sober. It wasn't easy. His body and mind struggled without drugs, but he took it one day at a time. Slowly, he became clear again. He learned how to live, think, and create music without using drugs. This time, he was serious about changing his life. When Eminem came back after getting sober, many people didn't believe he could do it. They said he was finished, they said the old man was gone. Instead of responding with words, he responded with music. He dropped Not Afraid, a song where he spoke honestly about addiction, fear, and starting over. It wasn't angry or shocking, it was real. People connected to it because it sounded like someone finally telling the truth. Then came Love the Way You Lie with Rihanna. The song played everywhere. It showed Eminem could still make powerful music that reached millions. After that, he kept proving himself with songs like Rap God, where he reminded everyone about his technical skill, and The Monster. Another hit showed his emotional side. These songs weren't just popular, they told a story. Each one showed growth, control, and survival. Eminem became more than a rapper. He became a voice for people who felt different, poor, or ignored. He showed that talent and hard work mattered more than background. His music inspired millions around the world. He broke barriers and earned respect through skill, not image. His impact on hip-hop is permanent. Eminem's life was never perfect. He made mistakes and faced serious struggles, but he never gave up. He came from nothing and built everything through effort and belief. His story shows that your past doesn't decide your future. What matters is that you keep going, even when life tries to stop you.